YouTube, what is up? I recorded this video about 2 weeks ago. I ended up scrapping it. I didn't really like it. I didn't think it was interesting enough, but fuck it. I'm gonna drop it for you guys because I feel like I did drop a lot of pointers on stuff I learned this month for making a shitload of money. I'm just gonna update you guys with how much I've actually made this month. In the prior video, I think I was at like 60,000 bucks for the month, and we're at a lot more now. So I'm gonna show you guys how much we've made this month, and then I'm gonna get straight into the video. Today, I made a little over $1,900. This month, I made about $93,000, and then in the past 4 months, I've made about $375,000. Not saying these numbers to brag. Once again, I'm saying these numbers because I want to show you guys proof, because nobody listens to anybody without proof of what they've done. There's a bunch of gurus out there that talk about a bunch of BS, have Miami penthouses, this and that. I always recommend that everyone does their research. Everybody online might not be in your best interest. Just keep an open mind and make sure to do your research with who you're listening to. I've tracked my entire journey on this YouTube from literally working at a restaurant to making a disgusting amount of money at 22 years old. Do your research, and if you feel like this video can help, please drop a thumbs up, please subscribe. It really helps my channel. Yeah, let's get straight into this, and hopefully you guys learn a thing or two. This month so far, I've made $68,000 profit. Here's my phone for the guy saying, show bank statements in the last video. Kind of came to a weird realization that 14 months ago, I was literally putting the fries in the bag. I was literally serving tables at a restaurant in my small hometown, hating my life. Making this video for the kid that's watching this that has that weird little itch thinking that he could probably do something bigger than what he's doing right now. But trying to stay off my phone recently, kind of like fogging my brain up, and I was sitting there thinking about one of these nights at my restaurant. I remember one day at my restaurant about 14 and a half months ago, I told one of my coworkers about what I was doing on the side as like a side hustle for online money, which is high ticket sales, which is how I was able to go from zero to over $40,000 a month within 6 months of starting it. And I remember telling my coworker this. He said, that's never going to work. He goes, bro, that online money shit is always a scam. Don't ever get into it. An entire rest of the shift, I agreed with him. I go, yeah, that was stupid. I should have never done that. Honestly, if I just work at this restaurant, if I do night shifts, I could probably make like 400 to 500 bucks a night in tips, because it was a super nice restaurant. And I figured that's what I was going to do. I was just going to do that instead, because honestly, that's the safe route, right? Then as I got home, I walked into my shitty ass apartment with my 23-year-old roommate that was literally dead broke, who was sitting on the couch smoking weed, playing video games. And I thought to myself, fuck no, I can't do this. Keep in mind, this guy also worked at the restaurant that I worked at. He was ecstatic with his paychecks. He loved it every single week. He could pay his rent, had a little bit of money left over. So once I kind of sat there and realized that in 3 years, I was 19 or 20 at the time, he was 23. I just sat there and realized, holy shit, this could be me in 3 years if I don't do something. If I don't make some sort of change, I'm absolutely cooked. So although agreeing with my coworker at the time, I sat there, saw my roommate visually, and said, holy shit, I cannot do this. So it kind of took seeing my potential future self to scare the shit out of me enough to actually give an effort to make something happen. So what I want you guys to do watching this video is, whatever job you work at or whatever college you're at, find somebody that kind of looks like you, that kind of moves like you, does similar stuff to you, but is a little bit older than you, and genuinely ask yourself, if you went down the path of this guy, would you be happy with your life in his situation? 97% of the time, it's probably going to be no, because most people in this life don't have that weird little itch to get more. Most people are happy with what they do. They're happy with their paychecks. They're happy with living in a small house, happy with living in a medium-sized house, because they literally have brainwashed themselves to think that that's what they're meant for. Living in high-rise apartments is for, musicians and celebrities and not normal people like us. You guys don't understand that you're living in a weird little gold rush, that any single person can make a shit load of money by either working for influencers, becoming an influencer, posting content. There's so many different ways to make money. So if you are currently living in this generation and not at least trying to do something online, I can't even tell you, just use this as your sign to do it, to just start some sort of online side hustle. I always recommend high ticket sales because that's what I got into at first. But just do something in the influencing space, okay? Either work for influencers, start being an influencer yourself, post content on your journey of starting a business, do something that has to do with either working for influencers or becoming an influencer. I made my money by working for influencers, so I became a sales rep for influencers and helped them sell their programs and stuff like that, and got a commission on it. Watching my roommate and realizing, holy shit, this could be me. After about 90 days, I was making $10,000 a month 90 days later. If you guys don't believe me, you can go to the bottom of my YouTube
YouTube. I tracked my entire journey. I tracked my journey on Twitter as well. It's been absolutely ridiculous. And last month I made $100,000. This month I'm going to do like $150,000 profit. So it's been absolutely a ridiculous journey, and it's only been a year. So we're in that weird little gap where you can get stupid rich in a short amount of time by just trying. Okay, 97% of people won't try, so you're already above majority of the population by even seeing this video, because I'm a pretty niche YouTuber. So if this is on your page, you probably actually give a fuck about making money or changing your life for the better. Also, like and subscribe if you like this style of content. I want to make more videos like this. But it is just funny that the fact that the only reason that I actually changed my situation and gave a full effort to making money online was because I saw the unfortunate reality of what realistically was going to happen if I did not change. Okay, and that is the scariest thing you can possibly do. What I want you guys to do, anyone watching this video that's actually giving a fuck about changing their life, look at your parents. Okay, look at your parents, look at your parents' friends, look at your neighbors, and ask yourself, do I genuinely want this for my life? Is this a life that I genuinely want? Because at the end of the day, if it's not a life that you genuinely want, if the person that you are talking to isn't genuinely living a life that you want, you should never take advice from them. And I realized that, why would I possibly take advice from my coworker who's making the same amount of money as me? It doesn't make any sense. The only person you should possibly take advice from is people in a position that you actually want to be in. And I highly recommend taking advice from people that are like 1 to 2 years ahead of you, not like 50, 60, 70-year-old. They don't know what the fuck's going on. Okay, obviously, yes, they have fundamental skill sets that go across for generations, but they don't know how to make a disgusting amount of money today, okay? They don't understand how to pick up a camera, sell a course, because their business game was different. Their business game was a completely different game. Fundamental properties of life, yes, they can teach you a lot about, but actual tangible skill sets on how to make money in 2025, they are probably not the best sources for. So find someone online that you look up to if you don't know anybody in real life, which you probably don't, because I didn't either. Find someone online that's making a lot of money, that's similar to your age, similar to you actually resonate with, and replicate exactly what they're doing. Figure out what business model they did, how they got to where they are. You're never going to figure it out on your own, and the sooner that you realize that, the sooner you're actually going to break that barrier to make a lot of money. All right, if you can just put your ego down, think to yourself, all right, what is this kid doing to make money? Let me figure this out. Let me do my own research, and let me start to replicate what this kid is doing, because obviously it's working for him, right? That's all you have to do. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to start some business model that's never going to work. All you have to do is find someone that's in a similar position to you, pay them for their time, or just replicate what they do. Just work your ass off. That is it. For finding out about high ticket sales, which is the business model that I decided to do, it was because I saw some kid online doing it. He was making like $8,000 a month. I was like, damn, if I can make $8,000 a month, my entire life would change. So I ended up paying him like $300 for a phone call. He talked to me about the entire process. He actually ended up helping me get my first offer. And so I only made like $3,000 my first month, but over time I got better, I got more skilled, and then I ended up making a little over $8,000, $10,000 with bonuses my third month. If I were to just see that kid on TikTok and just scroll and say, oh, that kid's a scammer, I would never be in the position I am now. So take every risk you can. Spend $1,000, buy the shitty course, get scammed just so you know that it's real. Build relationships, DM people online, talk to people that are in positions you want to be in, because you never know, one connection might change your entire life and put you in a position that you would never, ever, ever think. I fully believe in everything happens for a reason, but if you don't let yourself believe in anything, then it's never going to work. The universe and God rewards people that try. Whether you get scammed, whether you fall on your face, whether you're a dumbass, I think the entire universe rewards people that try and just put themselves out there, because those are the people that are actually giving an effort to make something of this world and not just go through life and die in 100 years. I'm going to go on some motivational tangent, because who the fuck am I? I was working at a restaurant 14 months ago. This is just a few things that I've noticed and watching, massive influencers blow up in front of my face, and watching certain friends of mine go from, 4,000 followers to 150,000 followers. It's all because they just put themselves out there, wasn't afraid to look like an idiot, and actually just gave an effort to whatever they wanted, and the universe rewarded them. And this isn't just 1 or 2 times. I've probably seen this happen 40 times firsthand, literally firsthand. It happened to me. It happened to a bunch of my friends that I hang out with. I now live in Miami, so I'm surrounded by tons of people that make a disgusting amount of money, and they all kind of have a similar story of, they had a weird little itch. They felt like they were meant for more. They got scared knowing that, holy fuck, this might not happen for me if I don't take action. They took action. They put themselves out there, and then it worked out. If you're watching this video, don't be a pussy. Use this as your sign to actually make something happen. Stop listening to your broke boss. Stop listening to your boss that makes $150,000 a year. Stop listening to your parents that keep telling you to go to college because it's a safe route. They are genetically wired to keep you close as their child. They literally want what's best for you, and they think what's best for you is college because that's what worked for them. Do not listen to them. Do not listen to the people around you telling you just to take the safe route, because a lot of people would be grateful to be in the position you're in. Do what aligns with you most. And if you feel like you're meant for more, which you probably are because you're watching this video, take fucking action. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and sub if you like this style of content. If you guys want to learn about high ticket sales, the vehicle that took me from $0 to $30,000 a month within 6 months, watch the next video down below. I explain the entire thing in pretty heavy detail. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to me and you like this style of content. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.